So this week the kindergarten class practice chart looks very similar to last week's, just a couple of changes. We're mostly focusing on just getting the right form, so the correct posture, standing and rest position, especially with playing position, getting the right posture there, and then we're really working on getting that bow hold hand position. So the first practice item is to make the bow hold bunny 3 times. So just go through the steps 3 times together. So we shake, 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 flop, slide the thumb under the middle 2 fingers, wake up bunny, nibble, 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 and then we put the curved ear and the floppy ear. One thing the students are struggling with this week is getting the thumb really on the side of the pencil like this. The tip of the thumb, really right next to the fingernail, goes right on the tip of the pencil or the side of the pencil. So I've been telling them that if this is your bunny's chin, then his bottom teeth are right next to the fingernail. And so that is, the bottom teeth need to go right on the carrot because his top teeth are too big for biting onto the carrot. They wrap around the carrot. And then we have the curved ear and the floppy ear. So we're really looking for that thumb to be opposite the middle fingers. The middle fingers are touching the bow or the pencil at the first knuckle. And then the tip of the thumb is opposite that. And then we have the curved pinky that sits right on the side of the pencil. And then the floppy ear makes contact between the first and second knuckles there. All right, so that's the bow hold, and you're just going to do that 3 times. And then we're going to do up like a rocket. So check that they've got their good bow hold after that 3rd time. And then we go up like a rocket, down like the rain, back and forth like a subway train, round and round like a great big sun. Land on your hand, curve your pinky, bend your thumb. And so at that point they should check, make sure that they've got their good bow hold. Additionally, in class we've been doing wheels on the bus. So if your student is engaged and wanting to do more with the bow hold, you can do wheels on the bus. With that, the verses I've been doing are the wheels go round and round, and we want the circles to go in toward the body, so we're going counterclockwise. And then we have the doors open and shut, and the people stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, and then the wipers go swish, swish, swish. Then that's only if that's extra. Another thing we've been doing in class is I have a little mouse friend who comes to check if there's a little mouse hole right here between the thumb and the first finger. So that helps them with not collapsing the thumb. I'm going to keep that nice and round so we can stick our little mousy friend in there. And also with not collapsing this first finger base knuckle. We want to keep that round as well. So if you have a tiny stuffed animal or something, that could be a fun little part to add to your home practicing. So then with unpacking the violin, several of the kindergarten students still need help putting on the shoulder rest, which is absolutely normal. I am having them do it themselves, and I'm just helping them in that. So have them hold their violin by the neck, and then you can kind of hand over hand help them. So I also hold the violin by the neck. They're holding the shoulder rest and I'm holding the shoulder rest, and together we hook on one side. Those smiley faces go together, and then we slide the other side. So hand over hand just helps them go through the motions themselves so that they're just learning how to do that. Then we're going to sing the rest position song just like before. And we have rest position, feet in line, scroll out front, that's mighty fine. Check your bridge, 'cause it should be pointing out at you and me. Now it's time to take a bow. 1 and 2 and 3, that's how. Then we're going to do stop the traffic, so I'll back up so you can see. So we start with zip, zip, step, swing. And then Mr. Snappy comes, thumb on the back, fingers on the strings, we snap and stop the traffic, button to the sky, make a silly hat, hello ear, and snuggle into the shoulder. Once that's nice and comfy, then Mr. Snappy swims away and rainbow fingers come to play. Another fun thing that we've been doing in class this week is putting a little pom-pom between the violin and their neck, like so. So that way as they're playing, the goal is to not let that violin slide away from their neck, because then the pom-pom will fall. So that could be another fun little thing if you want to add that to your practicing at home. Just stick a pom-pom right here between the violin and your student's neck, and that helps them remember to keep the violin up close to their neck. And then we're going to play the ant song, which they've done before. So this, with pizzicato, we have thumbs down, and the thumb goes on the side of the fingerboard, and we pluck with the first finger. So this is each and every ant, digging in the dirt, going underground, ground. And we also have hot cross buns, which we've done this past week and we're doing again. This week we're adding a new verse on different strings. So we can start by singing hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. And then we can sing do, so, do, do, so, do, 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 so, so, do, so, do. And then they can also sing A, E, A, A, E, A, 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 E, E, A, E, A, and then we can play. And then we can sing with do being on the D string. So we can sing do, so, do, do, so, do, 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 so, so, do, so, do, and D, A, D, D, A, D, 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 A, D, A, D, and then we can play. So the D string is the third from the top, this one. And that's it. The last practice item is getting the instrument packed up, and just like last week, we're watching for them to take their shoulder rest off, to wipe the instrument with the cleaning cloth, and make sure they zip up the case. And that's it. Happy practicing.